There was one time I got a call off my manager and she said, Mohamed Fayed wants to see you in his office. It was a Friday late afternoon. So I went up there and it was a very, very small room. When I've been up there before, there were much larger rooms, but this one was tiny. It was like a box room. So I went in there and he was just seemed a little bit different. He seemed more upfront, less embarrassed, he was just very blatant about the things that he was coming out with. He said that he wanted to be my boyfriend and that he would give me everything that I needed. I said, I've got a boyfriend, thank you. He works in the shop, because he did at the time. I said, I don't want a boyfriend, thank you from you, I've got one. And he said, no, I'll give you security, I'll give you a house, I'll get you a car, I'll give you everything. I said, no, thank you. And then with that, he came towards me and he did actually put his tongue in my mouth, which is disgusting because I was 18 and he was in his 70s. And I just moved back. I said, no, what are you doing? And he was a little bit like forceful. There was a bit of a fumble. And I said, I let me out, I want to go, but I couldn't actually get round him because the room was so small. He was stood in front of the door, and then the longer it went on, like he kept saying, oh, what's wrong? Calm down, what's wrong? And yeah, eventually he just let me out and I went and never went back up there.
And how do you feel today, now that you've heard about the other revelations of women coming forward with allegations of rape?
Yeah, it makes me upset and angry and it scares me because I think I was probably minutes away from being one of those girls, if I'm honest. And if that was me, that happened to, I might not have ever got over it. You know, these things can affect you forever. But thankfully, that didn't happen to me as much, as bad as it sounds, it didn't happen to me, so.
How did you first get the job at Harrods?
I got it for a friend.
And within a few weeks, you noticed that there was something a bit different about the fact that you were meeting the boss.
Yeah, well, it's not normal, is it? But yeah, I mean, from the off, I obviously knew it wasn't normal, but I was very young and very naive at the time, I guess, and he was giving us extra money. So that kind of took priority, which is stupid thinking about it, but yeah.
And was it a known thing in Harrods at the time between all the staff there?
No, I don't think everybody knew about it. Just the people that were going up to his office and having these meets with him.
And what happened in the times that you used to go upstairs to his office?
He would often talk about what we were wearing and say, for some reason, he'd always say, oh, you look a bit scruffy, even though we didn't. And he'd sort of like touch our blazers and stuff, because that's what we had to wear then. And he'd say, you need to smarten up a little bit. And then he would get out a load of cash. He'd just go like that, get out a load of cash. And then he would just hand it to us. And there would be like, just loads of £50 notes. There'd be hundreds of pounds there. And then with that, he would touch us inappropriately on the breasts.
Yeah. And how many girls did you know were going up to his office?
Personally, I knew probably about 5 to 8. Yeah.